What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Nolan, and welcome back to another episode of Solving Life. Today, we're going to be breaking down the differences between the Tesla Model Y and the Ford Mach E. Now, quick disclaimer is, I have driven the Model Y, and I have yet to be behind the wheel of a Mach E, so we are not going to be comparing the actual drivability and how good they feel on the road. It's just going to be more of a technical breakdown of the two. Alrighty, let's jump right into it. Now, for the Model Y, every single option here, or model I should say, has the same interior exterior features. It includes autopilot, and for this comparison, we're not going to have the full self-driving included. It's an option that dramatically increases the price, so it kind of, I think, makes it not the best to compare. Plus, Ford definitely does not have this capability right now, so we're just going to keep that out of the test. We are not going to include any potential savings because for Tesla here, the potential savings are going to be the same for Ford because pretty much they're both electric vehicles. They're saving on gas is the main thing. We are not going to include in the Ford, we're not going to include the tax credit because I just want to see what the core business and the core vehicle can achieve. This tax credit isn't going to be around for forever. Like Tesla used to have one, but they've exhausted that possibility. Alrighty, so for the Tesla, I'm not going to really go through every single feature that the model has since they are through all of them. We're just going to kind of break down the different Ford models they have, what they come with, how the prices compare with the options given. So to start off here, we have just the select version of the Ford. Now, they start at around $42,895. They're starting late 2020. They do give an all-wheel drive option. I think that's a great option to have. A lot of people don't care about performance or having a super long battery. A lot of people just want a car to drive to work and back. They don't really care about any really advanced features. So I think this is a great thing to have. I wish Tesla would offer an all-wheel drive version of their entry level. Have it still like a $2,000 upcharge. I think, well, let me quick check there. $2,000 upcharge, I think, would definitely still keep it a buyable car because, I mean, that would still have it around like $5,000, $6,000 cheaper than the long range. So yeah, I think that would be definitely a great option. I don't know, I guess, for the production, because I know Tesla's all about trying to maximize efficiency. I don't know if that would be the barrier. But alrighty, let's just jump right back in. So the key features range about 230, 18-inch rims. We have voice control. We have a phone as key, a 10.2 digital cluster, and a 15.5 touchscreen. It does come standard with Ford Copilot Assist, and it has the fancy turn signals. So breaking it down, we're just going to do the standard range because that's the only model of the Model Y is the rear wheel. So we'll keep those consistent. And it has a range of 230, 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. Compared to the Tesla here, we can see a range of about 245. So Tesla is coming in about 15 miles more and a little faster, 5.3 seconds compared to about 5.8. Now, driven in cars that are similar, you're definitely going to feel a difference in power. I mean, a 0.5 second difference is a lot in terms of power. So we're definitely going to see a difference there. Jumping in, the colors, don't get too many color options here on the Ford. About the same as what's given in the Tesla. Their options are cheaper. I didn't mean to really click that, but they are cheaper than what the Tesla runs. Tesla runs $1,000 for every color. Red is $2,000. So it's definitely cheaper. I mean, their highest one is the white, which is $600, and the other two premium colors are only $400. So Ford definitely is saving some money, having better access to the paint shops. The interior, only given one interior for the select version. It's just the back, the black. And I am kind of disappointed that they have a a manual seat adjuster in the passenger side. I mean, I don't know, man. I've driven in entry-level luxury cars for a while now, and even my 2008 Acura had power on both. So I think that's a very... I personally would not buy a car for that reason. It might seem a little ticky-tacky to some, but I mean, it's just something that I've had for years now, and I just couldn't imagine having a car without it. It's a very weird thing, especially when you compare it to the Tesla's interior, which has 12-way adjustable for the front and the rear. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's very, very disappointing. Going on to packages here. We do have packages where Tesla's packages is only the self-driving. Autopilot is already included. What I've been trying to look up is the differences for this tech packages here, and what I've come to see is this right here is they're preparing to be able to do some kind of like full self-driving capabilities. I believe from all the different articles I've read on this that it's expected later this year, and it will be mainly used for highway use. And another big thing that they love to highlight is that it's actual hands-free driving, where in Tesla's autopilot, you have to have a hand on the wheel. They do this because they instead have a forward-facing camera that's what's monitoring whether you're paying attention or not. And when Tesla, it's holding onto the wheel. So they're doing the same thing, just in a different way. It's not really any different to me. And even with this upgraded package, I mean, we're finally getting heated seats. It's not a standard feature on a 40,000 plus vehicle. It's a little underwhelming to me. And also, I mean, we're still on a manual, a 6-way manual passenger seat. That's just, I don't know, something that I would expect a little bit more. I know that it is just their entry level, but for me, I just think that it would be a little bit disappointing not to have. So, I mean, you're coming out to about $46,000 compared to you're still at about 43, 44 for the Tesla. So they're coming in cheaper. I think that in this entry level, you're getting more with the Tesla, mainly because of those interior features and the tech. So moving on to the more premium version, they're starting $47,000, and that is cheaper than the long range. But there is a catch with Ford, because I mean, these kind of automakers always have catches where increased price. But we'll go over some of these features first. This does include that active drive assist package, so I mean, that is nice to have. It comes with the 360-degree camera. It would be nice if Tesla had that, but I've used their backup camera before, and it is very great. And if cars are going to be self-driving, it's not necessarily needed for the future. And let's see here. We have signature lighting, heated front row, and steering wheel, so that's great. Only a 10-speaker sound system, but it does seem like it's the upgraded sound system. It does have power folding, which, I mean, it's nice to have, but it's a meh feature. I mean, I have it in my car, but it's not anything I'm like writing home about. But here is the catch I was talking about. There is, I mean, the standard is just a rear wheel steel, where in Tesla you are getting the all-wheel drive. You are losing out on, I mean, almost 20 miles of range when you go to the all-wheel drive. You are getting pretty fast for changing to all-wheel, which is kind of odd, because usually when I'm looking at breakdowns online between the two, it's maybe like 0.1 second or 0.2 seconds. I mean, you're not really gaining too much, and it's mostly just due to the power control and being able to grip faster when you accelerate. And here is where you really start adding a lot of cost to your car. I mean, just do the extended range battery, which is giving you 300 miles of range, and you're accelerating a lot slower. I mean, that is 6.1 seconds. That is slow. I've not been in a car that's been that slow in a while. So, I mean, I couldn't even imagine just like inching out from stop signs. When you compare that to the long range, I mean, we're getting more range, and that thing is 4.8. I mean, that thing's going to scoot. So that's very disappointing, especially when you get the all-wheel drive version, that you're losing 30 miles of range for an all-wheel drive. But you are gaining that in a very huge performance boost as well. So, I mean, I'm all about all-wheel drive as a car. And if we're going to be comparing the technical specifications, I think that having the performance model would be the best to go. So we'll just click that right there. You see same color options. In the interior, we do get some more options here. We got a white that's standard, so we'll just kind of use that. It comes with an 8-way power driver and a power passenger, so I'm glad to see that. That is a great thing to come standard. No packages on this one. Everything is standard with the active assist, the comfort, and all that, so that is great. To order this puppy, though, we're talking about $55,000, where I can get the same performance, better range, and on the interior here, we have premium audio with 14 speakers over that 10. That is huge. We still get, the power folding mirrors and heated. I didn't really see if those are heated in the Fords, but it's not really that important of a difference. I mean, it's definitely nice to have in the winter, but again, it's not a make it or break it feature. So I am very disappointed, and of course it comes with autopilot, so that is already better than the Ford's Eco 360 Assist. I mean, this thing right here is industry leading. We just got a report from Tesla that people are about 7 times less likely to get into an accident when using autopilot. And they've really tried to be as direct as possible with this. They said that they've included statistics that happen even up to 5 seconds after it's been disengaged, in case someone does disengage because there's a problem and wasn't able to fully control it. So that is nice to see that clarity. But I mean, the price, you're talking about $51,000, and I'm even have a premium color, and we're $52,000. So we're a solid $2,000 to $3,000 cheaper than the Ford here. Going back to, I hate these stupid websites. Let's see here. Alrighty, so going back to their 2 other models, we do have a California Route 1, and this is just a couple $1,000s more expensive than the premium. You're getting, it looks like just a lot of exterior and a lot of style elements, not really changing much in the performance. It's still only a rear-wheel drive, 300 miles of range with the 6.1. And if we go to their GT version, this thing is $60,000, so we're getting definitely a substantial jump in price. We have the extended range battery. It's all-wheel drive, 250 miles. They are saying it's going to be under 4 seconds. That would be pretty impressive for an SUV to be under that. We have all the colors included, even including these fancy colors like an orange, a blue, and the red. So that is nice to see. There's no upcharge. The interior is definitely a different interior with, it looks like the materials used. Looking at some of these different pictures, I do like the feel of that interior. It is Miko inserts and metallic stitching, 8-way power, an 8-way passenger. Still less than the Tesla, which is a 12-way. So, $60,000 is a lot. You should have industry leading, industry leading. So, I mean, we're talking 60 flat on this thing. So, let me just do a quick look at these, make sure I didn't miss anything. I mean, yeah, you're getting a lot of, mainly the same thing as the California. You're just getting a lot of different style elements and the super performance. But if we go to the performance Model Y, we're talking definitely less than 4 seconds at 3.5. Still a range of 303, where we're talking 250 from the GT. You're getting an increase in the miles per hour. You're getting 21-inch wheels. That's nice. Some lowered suspension, performance brakes. Overall, I think you're definitely getting a lot more out of the Tesla. If you hit with the long range here, $50,000, you're not going to be able to get that from... Definitely not going to be able to get that. You're not going to be able to get that from the Ford. We have $54,000 for the Ford, and that just falls flat. That is a big change in the price differences. A lot of people that can afford a $50,000 car will not be able to afford a $55,000 car. So you're getting a lot more demand for a lower cost vehicle. I've also heard that the battery on the Mustang is bigger than the Tesla battery. So the price differences in these models might just be due to the increased battery cost. I expect that the Mustang Mach E is a very low margin car for Ford, and I wouldn't expect them to assume that they're going to sell a lot of them, and it's just something I think they're putting out to... I don't think they're trying to be like super competitive. I think they're just being like, hey, we have an electric car. Here's an option. It kind of shuts up their investors and their shareholders who may have been asking for one. It allows the current CEO to say, hey, see, I am focused on the electric side of the business. And it still allows him to, get his bonuses and get out before the true downfall happens. Alrighty, guys. I think that wraps it up for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I try to do videos for you guys every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 o'clock. Your support would mean a lot. If you want to give that a like and subscribe to see further content, that'd be greatly appreciated. Alrighty, man. Nothing left to say, but you guys rock. Take it easy, and we'll see you for another episode.